Good evening children, this is Padma from GK Jain Schools. Today we are going to continue with matrices and determinants from 12th Maths. Today we will be seeing about Gauss-Jordan method and also about solving the matrices using matrix inversion method. Let's move on to the topic now. Now let's see what is Gauss-Jordan method. Transforming a non-singular matrix A to the form IN. IN means identity matrix of order n. By applying elementary row operations is called Gauss-Jordan method. That is, we have to transform the given matrix by writing the identity matrix on the right hand side, and by using elementary transformations we will make that as a identity matrix and we will get the inverse. If A is a non-singular matrix of order n and B be the inverse of A, then AB is equal to BA is equal to IN. Now let's see the steps involved in Gauss-Jordan method. The steps in finding inverse of A by Gauss-Jordan method. First step, you have to augment the identity matrix IN. IN means identity matrix of order n on the right hand side of A to get the matrix. This is the format. A will be written on one side and then the other side you have to write the identity matrix of the same order. Step 2, you have to obtain elementary row operations. That is, we will be using elementary row operation to get the inverse. So now we will continue with exercise 1.2 third subdivision. Find the inverse of each of the following by Gauss-Jordan method. Just now we saw in the definition of Gauss-Jordan method that as soon as the matrix was given, we have to write the augmented matrix by writing the identity matrix of same order on the right hand side. So I have written the matrix A with the identity matrix of same order, that is 3 cross 3 on the right hand side. Now we will introduce the elementary transformations. R2 as R2 minus 2R1. I have written my R2 2 5 3 0 1 0 and then I am multiplying R1 with 2. So 2, this will be 4, 3 2s are 6 and this will be 2 0 0. Changing the sign, I have got the new R2 here, I am replacing it there. Similarly R3 will be changed. See, these changes are made such that this matrix A will be converted to a identity matrix and automatically we will get the inverse matrix on the right hand side. We will see it now. Similarly R3 is replaced as R3 plus 2R2 and we got the new R3 as 0 0 minus 1 minus 5 2 1. I have written it here. Again what we are doing, R3 is multiplied by minus 1 because the third row should be 0 0 1. See, identity matrix, the third row should be 0 0 1. So here it is 0 0 minus 1. So this minus is disturbing here. So only we are multiplying by minus and we got it to be 0 0 1. Now we will move on to the second row. R2 implies R2 plus 3R3. So R2 will write as it is and R3 will multiply by 3, change the sign and we got the new R2 as 0 1 0, 13 minus 5 and 3. Now we will move on to the R1. So somehow we got the R2 as 0 1 0 and R3 as 0 0 1. Now the pending is R1. We are changing R1 to be R1 minus 3R3 and again we are introducing R1 as R1 minus 2R2 and we got the, see, finally we have arrived at the identity matrix on the LHS and the matrix present on the RHS is nothing but the inverse of the matrix. See, now A inverse is equal to minus 40, 16, 9, 13, minus 5, minus 3, 5, minus 2, minus 1. This is what we have got on the RHS. So this is how you have to find the inverse of the given matrix using Gauss-Jordan method. So Gauss-Jordan method will be easy only if you understand the Echelon method. So now we have saw one sum from Gauss-Jordan method. Totally there are 3 sums. I have worked out one sum. Now we will move on to the matrix inversion method. Now matrix inversion method, it will not have lot of definitions or formulas involved in it. Very simple. Consider the matrix equation Ax is equal to B. Whatever may be the equation, we have to write this format. A is nothing but coefficients of the given equation, X is the unknowns and B is the right hand side elements. After writing by inversion method, we can write X as it is and this A will be taken to the other side. It is in multiplication. When it goes to the other side, automatically it will be divided. So A inverse into B, that is X is equal to A inverse B. This is the formula we will be using for matrix inversion method. Now we will see a sum from next exercise, that is exercise 1.3. First sum I have chosen the fourth subdivision. Solve the following system of linear equation by matrix inversion method. See the equations: x plus y plus z is equal to 2, 6x minus 4y plus 5z is equal to 31, 5x plus 2y plus 2z is equal to 13. Now for A we have to write the coefficients of the equations, that is 1 1 1. See 1 1 1, 6 minus 4 5, 6 minus 4 5, 5 2 2, 5, 2, 2. And x you have to write the unknowns x, y, z. And for b you have to write the right hand side elements 2, 31, 13. 2, 31, 13. Now we know the formula x is equal to A inverse b. So first we have to find A inverse. So remember what you have to do for first step for finding the A inverse. First you have to check whether determinant exists or not. So determinant A we are checking the value, and the value is 27, which is not equal to 0. Therefore A inverse exists. Then we will go ahead with the cofactor matrix. Cofactor matrix means the first element will leave its row and column, and the left out minor we will write it here: plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So we got the cofactor matrix here to be 18, 13, 32, 0, minus 3, 3, 9, 1 and minus 10. After finding the cofactor matrix, we will take the adjoint matrix by taking transpose. So by taking transpose, I have got the adjoint. So I am substituting in the formula. A inverse is equal to 1 by modulus of A into adjoint A. So I have written it here. Now we will move on to the inversion method. X is equal to A inverse. What is A inverse? A inverse is, we got the modulus A to be 27. So it is 1 by 27 into this method A inverse. This thing you have to write it here along with the B, that is 2, 31 and 13. Now multiply, this is row by column. So minus 8 into 2 plus 0 into 31 plus 9 into 13. So we have written here 13 into 2 minus 3 into 31 plus 1 into 13. We have written it here. 32 into 2, 3 into 31 minus 10 into 13. We have written it here. And we got the answer to be 81 minus 54, 27. Dividing it by 27, we got the value to be 3, minus 1 and 2. So x takes the value 3, y takes the value minus 2 and z takes the value 1. So this is how you have to solve the sum using matrix inversion method. Let's solve second sum from exercise 1.3. We were given a matrix A and B. Finding the products of AB and BA, we have to solve the system of equations. So now reading the question, we'll move on to the sum. I have given the question also in the video itself. The question actually states that we have to find the product of these two matrices, that is AB and BA, and using that we have to solve this equation. Okay, so first we will find what is AB. Hope you all will be remembering how to multiply two matrices row by column. So minus 5 into 1 minus 5, 1 into 3 3, plus 3 into 2 6. And this row by second column, minus 5 into 1 minus 5, 1 into 2 2, 3 into 1 3. And this row by third column, minus 5 into 2 10, 1 into 1 1, 3 into 3 9. Similarly, second row by each column, third row by each column. So we got the answer of AB to be 404 040 004. So it is the identity matrix and we can take 4 outside. Similarly, we will do BA. When I am multiplying BA also, I am getting it to be 400 040 004. So AB is equal to BA is equal to, taking the 4 outside, it is nothing but identity matrix of order 3. This is 3 cross 3 matrix. So you remember this property which we saw in the Gauss-Jordan method. AB is equal to BA is equal to 4 into IN, where n is equal to the order of the matrix is 3. So in the place of A, see from here, in the place of A, if this 4 is taken to the other side, it will be in the division format. So 1 by 4 into A. So here I will write 1 by 4 into A into B is equal to B into, similarly A will be written as 1 by 4 into A is equal to I3. I3 is nothing but the matrix of order 3 by 3. So B inverse, that is keeping the B here itself and taking it to the other side, I is the identity matrix, which means 1. Right. So B inverse can be written as 1 by 4 into A. Now we will consider the equations. We will write the matrix B into X is equal to right hand side elements, that is 1, 7 and 2. We have written it here. And we know that XYZ is equal to this B. When it goes to the other side, it will become B inverse. Now in the place of B inverse, we will write this B inverse. What is this B inverse? 1 by 4 into A. So 1 by 4 into A. What is your A here? Write the matrix A, minus 5, 1, 3, 7, 1, minus 5, 1, minus 1 and 1. So we are writing it here, multiplying it with 1, 7 and 2, row by column. So minus 5 into 1 plus 1 into 7 plus 3 into 2, that is 6. Again 7 into 1, 7 plus 1 into 7 minus 5 into 2 is minus 10. and 1 into 1 minus 7 and plus 2. So we got it to be 8, 4 minus 4. Dividing it by 4, the answer is 2, 1 minus 1. So x takes the value 2, y takes the value 1 and z takes the value minus 1. Children, subscribe our school YouTube channel so that you will get the updates immediately. So in today's class we saw about Gauss-Jordan method and how to find inverse of a matrix using Gauss-Jordan method. We also saw about matrix inversion method. In next class we will be seeing about Cramer's rule. Thank you children.